Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our juicy, nasty talks. And we are here today to talk about nudes and dick pics and also unsolicited dick pics. So let's get started. First things first, I want to talk about social constructs and how are nudes affecting teenagers' lives and more or less their social life. So we have this statement. If a girl's photo gets sent around, that's a way bigger deal than if a guy's photo gets sent around. And we consider this to be true based on the social status and the social construct of the society. Here we have some quotes of what teenagers could say if they would be talking about nudes. A lot of my female friends have received dick pics. And every single time we gather as a group and laugh at that shit. If a guy sends a dick pic, it's not usually damaging to his reputation. But if a girl sends a nude, she's slut-shamed. Okay, this is the reality of social pressure when it comes to nudes. So this is what we are trying to avoid when we are trying to eliminate the taboo topics, and the taboo idea behind nudes and behind sex and sexuality. And most of the times this insecurity about our bodies starts in our teenage years because our body changes and we are thinking that, our body doesn't look the same as the other person's body. And obviously that's nothing wrong with that, but we just perceive it as it is. And that's why we are a little bit conscious about it. And we don't know how other people might treat us while looking at our body. This is a social construct that can, in many cases, make women ashamed and insecure of how their body looks like. And yeah, it's not only women, it can also be men. But because of the fact that there's such a pressure that is being put on women and their nudes and how women are perceived based on them showing their sexuality. And this is what the society has already implemented in our brains, that women's bodies are something taboo and something that they should not show. And if they show it, they're sluts. But if we go back to what nudes and dick pics are, like, I don't know if you lived under a rock or not and you don't know what nudes are. Nudes are a tool that people are using, photos of themselves naked that they are sending to other people. Most of the times, the purpose of these photos are to be teasing another person or to just give a sneak peek of what they can expect in bed. But, from a female perspective on things, I'm thinking, why should we even send nudes? Like, for fuck's sake. Men are anyways picturing us without clothes from the beginning, from the moment where they saw us. So why even put all the effort, to like set the phone nicely looking with the lights, with everything, with the nice position, with the sexy outfit? Why? Because it seems like men are born with a laser in their fucking eyes. So like that's what they do. Like that's what they're programmed to do, to just picture you without clothes and then just fuck you in their brain. I think that's how it works. I need a man's perspective on this, but I feel like sometimes it really feels like that. I don't want to generalize. I don't want to say that every man is like that. Please write in the comments. Just help me understand what is going on. But when it comes to unsolicited dick pics, I think I'm talking in the name of every woman on this planet when I say that we don't want that shit. We don't want it. What do you think is gonna happen if we just receive a fucking dick pic out of a sudden on our phone? We're just gonna grab our phone, and we're gonna run to the toilet in the bathroom and we're gonna start masturbating to that shit. No. I mean, it can happen, but I think that would only be in fantasy or in the imagination of the person that actually sent that dick pic. So, no, that doesn't happen. And I have a thought here. I feel like the men that do send these unsolicited dick pics are mostly men that show a sign of narcissism in their personality. And that's what their behavior says about them. So they are sort of narcissists in their personality, and they need the admiration of women in order to boost their self-confidence. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to be confident and to, be proud of your dick. But just don't show it to other people that don't want to see it, because this is actually like invading somebody's private space almost, because that person didn't give consent for it. Just don't send it. I know that you like your dick and you want some feedback or whatever, but then just search for groups and places where people are giving that. Like, I actually didn't look it up, I don't know, but I am pretty sure that there are groups of people that meet up and talk about their dicks. I wouldn't be surprised. Otherwise, if there's no group of people that do that, write to me and I will create a group for you guys. Whoever is interested. We can talk about it. I am open about it. I can talk about dicks. I can tell you if I like it, if I don't. Maybe, I don't know, to put a nice hat on it so I like it more. I don't know, whatever. Like, I can do that. But please don't send it to other girls that don't want any dick pics. I actually remember that I was having collection of dick pics. I was using some kind of app at some point. It was called Connected to Me, and there were a lot of freaks on that app because I had a profile and I like had pictures and all that, and the people that were writing to me, they were like anonymous, and I was like a teenager, so I actually really liked the attention that the guys were giving me at that moment. I know now I really don't need it and I wouldn't use an app like that anymore, but that was then. And I was using that app and I was receiving like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 dick pics per day on that app. And I was like creating a collection of it. I had so many sizes, so many shapes, so many colors. It was amazing. But that was just because I was having a collection. And like, that's the only place where I would receive dick pics. I knew that on that app, if I would go on that app, I would receive dick pics. But in other places, maybe it would have been a bit awkward. So yeah, I believe that there are only 2 types of people that like unsolicited dick pics. The first one is the straight guy who sent it, and the second one is the gay guy who received it. So yeah, that is it. But I feel like nudes and obviously also dick pics are not just about sexuality. They are a representation of that person's creativity, and it shows the way you are as a lover, I would say. Because think about it. Essentially, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you take a dick pic from a certain position and it like looks nice and like, like also the area looks good, I don't know, the background, ambiance, whatever, everything looks nice. Yeah, it like hits differently. Then I sort of have a perception of how you are as a person. Are you a person that is like open and looking at details, and are you professional in that sense of like how you do things? If the picture is a bit like sloppy and like, is like taken in a rush, I sort of also feel like you don't really care about sending me that dick pic or that sending me that nude or whatever. So it really does say a lot about you. Gentlemen, guys, dudes, women are not as visually driven as men. So they might not really get aroused by seeing a dick pic. And don't really get discouraged by this because a dick pic is actually a very important step of a seductive and very powerful seductive strategy. And to be honest, from my perspective, I feel like nudes and dick pics can be considered art. They are art. The art of showing your body, the art of portraying your body in a certain position, in a way in which it looks beautiful to you and it can get the other person aroused, or it can create a positive feedback from the other person to you. It's a way of expressing yourself. That's why I say that it's also something about your personality that goes into it. It's just a nice way of saying, this is me, and I'm not afraid to show it to you, to the receiver. And I am so confident in this moment. And I'm so, in the same time, I'm confident and vulnerable. And I want to show you this part of me. And I feel that that's fucking beautiful. And that's super powerful. I feel like it is the art of showing your body through the lens of perfection. Like, you write the narrative. You say what this is. This is me through my own eyes. Because this is how I see myself. This is the representation of what I want you also to see. And you can do whatever you want with that. Like, dick or vagina, depending on certain factors, you can literally make it shine. Like literally with lights and everything. You can have like a light bulb dick. But things to have in mind when taking nudes. This is just like sort of guidelines, maybe. Just a little bit of advice, but in the same time is like basic knowledge that probably everybody should know. And I guess everybody knows it, but not everybody thinks about it in the moment when they do it. So it is important. I feel like lighting is important because obviously we want the receiver to actually be able to see our body in the picture, or our vagina, or our dick or tits, or whatever we want to show. So really important. Make sure that wherever you do it, there's enough light, and if there is not, you can create some light. Obviously, you can create light, you can edit the picture, and I am not against editing pictures when it comes to editing lighting and contrast and stuff like that help you get the best result of something that you cannot do alone. So if the room that you are taking pictures in is fucking shit when it comes to light, I don't have a problem with you just pressing that brightness button to like get more light. That's totally accepted. And be mindful about the angles from which you take the photo. I would definitely suggest you not taking photos with your face on it, or only in the case of, being with the person for a really long time, maybe a long-term relationship or something like that, where you really trust that person to not send your nude or dick pic around. But yeah, in other cases where it's just like a hookup or something, please don't put your face into it because you never know. But yes, angles are super important because, if you are a bit insecure about your body and like, I don't know, you have a tummy or something on your body that you don't want to show, then obviously you are in charge of that, and you can choose the part of the body that you want to be exposed. And from left, from right, from up, from down, whatever. And the same with your dick. Like if you feel like you have like a bit of a crooked dick or like something that you don't like into it, then like obviously you take the picture a bit more different. And that's the beauty of it, You can do whatever the fuck you want to. Nice. And also maybe a background. It's just nice to have something plain, like maybe a bed that also like seems a bit sexy, or a bathroom that's also nice. But just try not to have like a lot of shit in the back of the picture. That's never nice. And especially for women, I think when guys send a dick pic, we pay a lot of attention to details, So it's just nice to have something simple that we can only focus on, what's important, like the dick. Okay, maybe you can use something like sexy objects, or like sort of like add-ons or reference objects. So let's say that you're a girl and you want to take like a super sexy photo, and maybe you also take like a toy next to you, or panties, or something nice, something sexy. And as a guy, it's just nice to have something as a reference. Maybe you put your hand next to your penis so we have an idea of the size of it. Or maybe, I know that there's people that do it with food, or like, I don't know, cucumbers and bananas and whatever, to like see the size difference between the fruit or the vegetable and the penis. I don't really agree with that. I don't think that's sexy in any way. And of course it gives you a bit of a reference of how that dick looks like, but I would drop it. Just use something more sexy and be creative. You can also create different scenarios. So you can definitely create multiple nudes and experiment with it. So go from partially naked to fully naked, from showing small parts of your body to showing almost your entire body or your entire naked body. As a man, like you can go from halfway erect to fully erect. As a woman, you can like, I don't know, show different parts of the body and different types of being naked and not fully naked, or from showing like a little part of your ass, so like just a tiny bit of glimpse of it, to showing your full ass, whatever you want to. Really, like you can experiment with it, and it's actually super nice to get to know your body better and how it looks in different positions, because that will also help you in being more confident in bed. Because then you know how you look better, and then you know how to position yourself. And yeah, just play with your creativity here, with your sexual creativity. And it actually also makes you feel better. It makes you feel more confident in yourself. So just do that. And how would you look in certain sex positions while you still have clothes on, for example? So just imagine you are in doggy style and you literally have jeans on and a top, like you're fully dressed. And then you're in such a sexual position in which you can take a photo and the guy is just gonna go crazy. And the same for guys, like you just need to be in a very sexy position and you can have clothes on and you can like maybe only have, I don't know, you can have jeans on and your zipper is a bit down and like there's your balls like coming out or the side of your dick or whatever. And it's not even that much. Like sometimes you don't even like have to take your dick out. Like you can just have the zipper a bit more down and that's already like super sexy. The zipper and the button of your jeans that are open and you know, you're fucking fully dressed and it's so freaking sexy. And I think that's what we all have to keep in mind, that nudes are not just about being fucking naked. It's about showing sexuality and showing yourself in a sexual context. You don't have to fucking be naked. You can even have your face in the photo and it's still gonna be okay because like even if it gets sent around, you're not naked, you're just being sexy, which is actually super cool. So as I'm saying, don't give it all from the beginning. Make the receiver work for it. Send a fully dressed picture in a sexy context and then just move from there and take more sexy, more naked, more hot, more whatever you want to. But don't give it all from the beginning. That's not sexy. And always make sure you get consent for sending something. Most of the times it can literally be from the other person saying, hey, I really want to see you naked, or I want to see your dick, or I want to see your tits, or I want to see that. And most of the times it's going to come from the other person. But if it doesn't, then you can start the conversation and you can say like, ooh, like I would like to send you this, or I would like you to see how I look or whatever. And if they say yes, then you can send it. Otherwise, it's probably a good idea not to. And remember, your genitals, your vajayjay and remember, your genitals, your vajayjay and your dick and your tits and your booty and whatever, they are gold. Treat it like it. Don't throw it away like it's nothing. That's the power that you have in that moment. If you want to be sexual, you need to build it up and not give it all from the beginning. And yeah, if you think about sexy pictures, nudes, dick pics, whatever it may be, that can give you so much power when it comes to your confidence and how you look and how you act. Everything about that. By just photographing your body naked can boost your confidence a lot. Because you're in charge of the narrative. You decide from which angle to take the shot. And most of the times you don't realize how good you look until you see it in a photo. That's what I'm saying. I think it's such a great therapy trick. You can put on some sexy music, just be romantic with yourself, or hot, or provocative, or sexual, whatever you want to. Get a sexy outfit, or something that you feel comfortable in and you look really good in. Place a mirror in front of you, and use the mirror to guide you into taking the hottest nude or dick pic you've ever taken. And believe me, this is your confidence boost. I do that sometimes. Most of the times I do it because I want to send it to somebody. But sometimes, if I just buy like a new lingerie set or whatever, and I get home after I buy it and I try it on and it just looks amazing, and then I start actually trying on multiple stuff and just taking pictures with them because it just looks so good. And afterwards I look at the pictures and I'm like, yeah, damn, that looks good. Because then also, like, obviously I'm looking in the mirror and there are certain flaws. There are certain things that I don't like about myself and how I look. And I guess we all have that. But then, the fact that I can take that picture in whichever position I want to, and I'm gonna make it look good. I'm gonna make it look as I want to. And that's the power of it. That's when you look at that picture back, you're like, damn, I look good in that position. And then you're gonna know. And then you're gonna do it again. And then you're gonna do it in bed. And then you're gonna show it to him or her. And it's just gonna be great. So, boost your confidence, people. I feel like whenever we talk about nudes, a lot of people have a very repulsive perception about them. And it's because maybe they don't feel comfortable taking nudes, or it's maybe because they are afraid of where those nudes might end up. But in the end, nudes are not made to be sent to other people. You can have them, store them, enjoy them for yourself. Just fucking masturbate to your own nudes. That's the energy that we want to see on the Nasty Talks. And with that being said, I will see you all next week.